Ticket to the Fifth World, a workable plan to manifest a better world by December 21st, 2012. Narration by a steward. We all see it. The world as we know it is falling apart. The debate is no longer, is there a problem, but rather, how will it fail? Water shortage, financial collapse, climate change, energy shortage, environmental destruction, nuclear terrorism. But there is hope. There is a new world coming, and it is coming very soon, and it is in our hands. This is the story of a new world built on love. The ancient Hopis of the American Southwest had a prophecy of the arrival of the fifth world. They say, when the blue star Kachina, or Sirius, makes its appearance in the heavens, the fifth world will emerge. This will be the day of purification. And in the final days, the blue star Kachina will reverse the rotation of the earth. There is a Hopi prophecy stone marking the end of the 5,125-year-long epoch, or world. We face a choice point at the end of this fourth world of comfort, greed, and profit, and the beginning of the so-called fifth world, a new way of living on earth that is based on love, balance, and spiritual strength. The Mayan calendar is made up of cycles within cycles within cycles, and strangely it ends on the 21st day of December in the year 2012. December 21st, 2012 is also the moment of the winter solstice of that year, when the moon, the earth, and the sun line up as we pass through the galactic plane. How did the Mayans know that? When the earth passes through the galactic plane, the South Pole passes through first, making south effectively the new up. I thought you'd like to know. Now we can interpret the ancient Hopi prophecy that in the final days the blue star Kachina will reverse the rotation of the earth. By reversing our perspective of which way is up, the apparent rotation of the earth is reversed, fulfilling the ancient Hopi prophecy. Our story begins at Arecibo Radio Telescope Observatory in Puerto Rico in 1974. The world's largest radio telescope. Carl Sagan and others coordinated together to send a message to a nearby star cluster. Our message contained information about our mathematics, our body chemistry, our human genetics, our height, the Earth population, where we live in our solar system, and a diagram of our radio telescope. "26 years after the Arecibo message was sent out, a message was received in a field by the Chilbolton Radio Telescope Observatory in England. A mysterious pattern. What could it mean? On August 17, 2001, nearly a year after the Chilbolton formation first appeared, a great circle formed in the Milk Hill field in England, 900 feet across, consisting of 409 circles, all perfectly drawn, and each a prime number in diameter. Not done by drunks in the dark. Authentic crop circles, like the Milk Hill formation of 2001, show measurable magnetic fields in the soil below. The stalks of the affected plants are bent, not broken, and expulsion cavities exist at the nodes, indicating the presence of high energy. The August 2001 Milk Hill formation suggests an intelligent design. It incorporates sacred geometry. It displays the Star of David. It uses prime numbers and other high mathematics. Is this communication from a high place? If so, what might it say? We can only speculate, but a good guess might be, Cosmos to Earth, come in please, it's time to wake up. Talk to us, we can only help if you ask. On August 21st in 2001, in the same Chilbolton field that had received the mysterious circle pattern a year before, two new diagrams appeared. One, a face-like pattern, and the other apparently an intelligent response to Carl Sagan's Arecibo message. And at the bottom of the second formation, where we put an image of Arecibo's radio telescope, there is a miniature rendition of the mysterious circle pattern that had appeared in the same field the year before. Is this the diagram of their method of writing in our fields? Using the same encoding we used on the Arecibo message, we can decode the Chilbolton message. They use our mathematics. They have our body chemistry, plus silicon. They have 1 million more genome sequences. They have shorter height, a bigger head, and their population exceeds 21 billion. They highlighted Mars and the moons of Jupiter as special places for them, and where our message had a radio telescope, their image reflects the strange circle pattern of the previous year. So who are they? Some of the formations show weaving patterns that are so complicated that they could not have been done by human hands. We can say that they are advanced. Let's be logical. A galactic civilization that gently writes our global religious symbols in our fields is perhaps billions of years in advance of us. If they meant us harm, we would not be here. But we are here, so they mean us no harm. We can say that they are benevolent. There is no escaping the conclusion that many of these formations are communications. So we can deduce that whoever made the formations are communicators. No one knows who they are. No one can prove anything except that they are advanced, benevolent communicators. Until we know better, we will call them the ABCs. And we are all in kindergarten. 25 days after the Chilbolton formations were laid in the field and the interpretations were done, the news was final. Intelligent contact. It was a great day in a changed world. No, it was not a great day. It was a horrible day, a day of tears and shock. It was the beginning of years of reaction, rage, war, and recovery. Meanwhile, 22,500 miles up into space, two geostationary operational environmental satellites are measuring the parameters of the Earth, her magnetic field, and such things. Greg Braden, well-known scientific researcher, reported that the two GOES satellites reported a spike in the magnetic field of the Earth within 15 minutes of the first plane impacting the World Trade Center. In December 2004, a devastating tsunami killed 250,000 people around the Indian Ocean, and a similar spike was observed by the same satellites. With further research, Greg Braden concluded that when enough people collectively choose a time to create a precise emotion in their hearts, that emotion literally can intentionally influence the very fields that sustain life on planet Earth. And now it is 9 years later, and our lost decade is behind us, and the news is that the Iraq War is over. So let's start over. Where were we? Oh yes, I remember. There was that Milk Hill crop formation, 900 feet across. It looked like a galaxy. What was that about? It seemed to be an intelligent communication from a high place, a response to our 1974 Arecibo message, the beginning of a conversation with advanced, benevolent communicators. But conversations are two-way, and communications require responses. Can we respond as a planet? How do we do that? In the obvious realm, we need engineers to build things, but in the subtle realm, we need visionaries who can help create a better world by manifesting their imagery. In the obvious realm, we pay employees to do things until it is not profitable to keep them, and they become unemployed. In the subtle realm, we need their energy to manifest and maintain a better world. In the obvious realm, a few coils of wire can create a small magnetic field, while a large number of coils of wire can create an enormous magnetic field. A single person can use creative visualization to bring an idea into being. A large number of people coordinating their efforts can bring an entire new world into being. The intentional manifestation field energy of a large number of people lets us cradle the earth in our hands and become stewards for its well-being. When Greg Braden was searching for the lost mode of prayer, he spent time with an Indian shaman who brought rain to his people by lucidly remembering what it felt like to feel the mud rise between his toes. Greg concludes that in order to effectively manifest something, you must really feel it in your heart. You cannot just think or mechanically pray about it. Braden reports that in 1972, 24 American cities participated in positive visualization involving 1% of their populations, which led to measurable positive changes. In 1980s, during the war in Lebanon, on specific days and times, people felt peace. During these times, terrorist activity stopped, crimes and ER visits declined, and traffic accidents dropped. While coordinated visualization has been shown to create peace in a war zone, when people stopped their process and went home, the negatives returned. The clear implication is that it is inadequate to manifest a better world if we cannot maintain it. We need an ongoing core group of effective visioneers and stewards to keep the energy up, and this means you. Based on ancient tradition and modern research, we have reason to believe that 144,000 people is sufficient to affect the world through coordinated visualization. Starting with 175 participants and increasing by 11% every 11 days or so, this target can be achieved by December 21st, 2012. Assuming each participant can do 1 hour of coordinated visualization per week, 144,000 people times 24 hours a day and times 7 days a week would require about 24 million people involved in order to maintain the fifth world in a good state. Assuming an 11% growth rate every 11 days, the target can be reached by June 2014. Groups of heart-centered participants can move their subtle energies to generate a beam of intentional manifestation field energy that can carry their best ideas into reality. This beam is visible to the advanced benevolent communicators and can form the basis of a global response. The plan is this. Individuals and groups will register at the fifthworldfund.org site, where they will be given a color and an earth coordinate. From that earth coordinate in their mind's eye, they will invest their intentional manifestation field energy with their best ideas for the future. Now the earth glows with a beautiful colored pattern, reproducing the Milk Hill Formation globally in both hemispheres. What are we saying? We are saying we are a planet of love, a planet of balance, a planet of spiritual strength. We hear you and we are responding. Please help us manifest a sustainable new world of peace and love. Be part of the change. Mother Earth needs you. There is hope, and we have a workable plan, but it depends upon you. Please act now to help all future generations secure a sustainable, peaceful, cosmically aware world. Please visit our site and register as a steward or visioneer of the fifth world. And join us as we fulfill the ancient prophecies of a better world coming. We thank you for your helping hand.